Hello, everybody, and welcome to a wonderful day here at Major Series. Round 5 here, the Speedway 500. Everybody just getting ready to finish up practice here, and then we'll be going green. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, while they get ready to get out there, everybody's starting to hit that grid button now. We'll take a quick look at our gridding here at the Speedway 500, Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We got Robert Northway sitting on the pole, with Austin O'Neill starting on his outside in second place. Garen Batten in third on the inside row, with Wayne Hutchinson in fourth. Fifth place is going to be Sebastian Jackson, Davis Braun in sixth, Oscar Rodriguez in seventh, Bill Daly in eighth, David H. Baker in ninth, and then rounding out our top 10 is going to be Daniel Thomas there in 10th position. Looking through, we have 11th, 12th, 13th is going to be Brandon Cuxhausen. 14th is going to be Jeff Schmeier. All right, it's a little bit early in the morning. Apologize for any delay or mistakes with the names. We'll get them down. We got a long race to go. It's going to be 200 laps here today. We're just going to kind of take a quick look through the top 24 here while everybody starts moving around the track. We'll get everything here ready to go, and then once we hit the green flag, we'll be full production. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. We're coming to get the green flag pace cars off. Green flag is out. Robert Northway is going to lead him off to the start-finish line here, going into turn one. O'Neill's going to be turning on the outside here. Looks like a pretty good start by everybody here, filing in single file. Oh, looks like we got some trouble in the back, car into the wall. Gonna take a look to see who that is for you. We're taking a look on the screen. Got Toby Deck in the number 508. Looks like he's got some significant damage to the front there. He's missing a front wing. He's gonna be working on making his way down for some repairs. Looking here at the leaders now. Sebastian Jackson there in fourth place. Everybody's single file, kind of maintaining their own little pace right now, kind of getting into the groove of things. 200 laps is pretty long, even at 220 miles an hour. Robert Northway, almost half a second between him and Garen Batten in the number 61. Austin O'Neill in third, looks like he's holding tight. Back Sorry about that. Similar lap times there. Looks like Davis Braun is running a 41.253 on the outside. Here, see if he can make it stick. Similar lap times for Davis Braun is definitely driving his advantage. Down 6 here. Looks like Davis Braun is trying to keep that momentum. Oh, we got trouble in the back. Caution is out. We're going to take a look at that as Scott Kukas comes to his slide there on the front straightaway. Gets the wall. Car on the inside there. Significant damage to the both of them there. That's right on. Slide gets the wall. Unfortunately, nowhere for sure there. Significant damage for both of them. That's definitely unfortunate here early on in the race. Lap 2 out of 200. We're going to be under our first caution here as they sit down in pit road, talking with their crew, trying to see what they can do to get it running. Take a look. Robert Northway still taking the lead position here under our first caution. Number 61 of Garen Batten, he's holding on in second. Austin O'Neill in the number 5 holding on to third. Sebastian Jackson in fourth, and Wayne Hutchison, sorry about that. They're going to be our top 5 here under our first caution. You know, so far clean racing, nothing too disappointing. Everybody's just kind of trying to find their groove, find the line that they prefer, using the draft to their advantage. Kind of learning. These guys are experienced racers, but each race is kind of different. How the day is going to be, so I'm sure everybody here is trying to bide their time, wait until the right time to make their moves, slowly make their way on up.
Just as an FYI, we had an incident in the International where the pace car went off at the wrong time, so if that happens in any case, ignore what it's thing tells you to do as you're coming to green, and just hold it. And act like a normal restart if you can. Hopefully that makes sense.
That way he's in position to capitalize later on in the race session. Looks like we got quite a few people down on pit road taking advantage of this yellow flag. Wanting to make sure that everything's good. Maybe do some adjustments, some tires on there already. Top it up on fuel, that way they can kind of get a little bit longer of a run than the others. See them coming off pit road now. Going to go merge back with the pace line. Just
I will let them know that.
Thank you to everybody who's tuning in. We're going to be having maybe a little rough start here. It's pretty early in the morning for me. I know this is the Euro division. I don't know what time it is for everybody participating, but it is very much appreciated. Everybody coming out, supporting their teams, their drivers and friends, family. No matter what it is, we appreciate you guys being out there. Promise you we will be. I will be getting better. My energy drink will be kicking in here shortly. My energy levels will start to rise. I'll start to learn all these guys' name and everything like that. So please bear with me personally. I'll do my best to give you guys some of the best content that you can have here on Majors. Looks like we got some comment. Tommy Zero says the cars are way too loud. Cannot hear anything else. Perfect. Perfect. We've taken care of that. Let us know how that is. I'm going to say a couple words here and there, just so that way we can do a quick audio test for all you lovely people out there willing to help us out. Make sure we're giving you the best content possible. Yep, feel free to get involved in that chat down below, guys. I'm taking a look, and I'll be more than happy to slap my producer around if we have to. Looking through the standings here, looks like we haven't really had much movement. So top 5 still stayed out. Most of the people that came down were going to be top 10 to top 15. So everybody's pretty happy with how their car's feeling so far. Now, granted, they only had a couple laps to really get used to it and kind of figure it out. But once cars are back at full speed, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Lights are off on the pace car. We are getting ready to go green once again here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the Indy 500. All right, pace car's making that dive down to the pit lane. Cars are coming up to the start-finish line. Flag man ready. Green flag is in the air. Robert Northway leads them to the start-finish line and into turn number 1. Everybody else remaining single file. Looks like a couple cars in the back are getting a little bit ready to rock and roll here as we take a look back towards the field here. Everybody's pretty single file. Looks like we might have a battle for position for 15th with Gary Thomas, number 19, and Rodden Eftink in number 511. Beyond that, looks like we got a pass for 18th. Actually, no, looks like Ray Partridge is trying to make some laps back, unless he's just zooming. Yeah, he's flying. He's ready to get up into the top 20, top 15 there in the number 8 machine. He's making moves so quick, the iRacing live timing ain't even wanting to update that. Can turn the cars up slightly, says Tommy Zero. Appreciate that feedback. We'll have producer here take a look at his settings and see if maybe he can improve on it. Matthew Crisp in the number 18th, sitting in 25th, is having some pressure from Tom Drayling in the 26th position in the number 82. Tom wanted to get on the inside. Unfortunately, that draft didn't work for his favor, so now they're filing single file. Caution is out here. We'll get that spooled up for you and try to... Oh, hard hit! Oh, man! Hot dogs are the other way there, Pim Van Gastel. That's unfortunate news. We'll definitely pull that up for you. See what we can find out. All right, as we pull that on up for you, it's coming out of the corner. Everything seems fine, but until they don't... Oh! Yeah, it looks like there is something else happening on the track. Yeah, it looks like Sebastian Jaxel here in the number 87. Let's take a look at him. Comes out, just kind of clips the wall, comes flying down, comes right... Oh, hard hit. Hard hit for Sebastian Jackson there in the number 87. That's unfortunate for him. Yeah, and these cars are super light, super grippy. You make a sudden change as we take a look here on board with the Pim Van. Yeah, just a quick panic of the wheel, and Down he went. That's unfortunate. It's unfortunate for him and Sebastian Jackson there. As we are now under our second caution, you can see there Pim Van Gastel getting some repairs, maybe a new tire, knuckle. We'll see if he can get back, if they can get back out there and get that taken care of. And we'd like to give a quick thank you to Whiplash Sim Cams for giving us some of the best cams we can have out there. What you're seeing today is high quality angles, which enables a lot of fun time and a lot of good views. So we appreciate Whiplash Sim Cams for helping us out, making sure we can do the best that we can out here. We are back here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the Indy 500. Round 5. Pace lights are off, getting ready for that pace car to make its way down to pit lane. Robert Northway still leading us off here. Garen Batten in second, Austin O'Neill in third, Wayne Hutchison in fourth, and Oscar Rodriguez in fifth. These guys ready to make some moves here as the pace car dives down to pit lane. Northway leading him to the start-finish line now. Green flag is in the air. Let's rock and roll. As they head off into turn number 1. Good distance for Northway there in first. Second place, Garen Batten has the number 5 of Austin O'Neill breathing down his tailpipe, but looks like they're going to get kind of spaced out there. Everybody shooting down to the inside, trying to not just give everybody the draft. Because once you get that draft, you can close in quite a lot, and that's how passes are made here at Indy. So these guys are going to be using a lot of tactics here to try to help themselves while hindering the guys behind them. Everybody kind of being cool, calm, and collect as we look at the number 81 of Michael Haflidassen. He's going to be trying to make some moves here. Yeah, he's looking to try to make moves on the number 614 of Carlos M. Fernandez there for 17th position. Looks like there's a side-by-side going on in front of them. The number 19 of Gary Thomas just had a move made on him by James C. Walker in the number 509. That was for 16th position. James was able to make that pass look easy. Now he's on the hunt for the top 15. You know, I'm looking through the field here. Looks like everything's pretty well maintained. Everybody's single file, just trying not to make mistakes early on, as we have 185 laps to go here. Looking at the number 507 of Adam Prosser. He's looking to remove some of that real estate between him and the car ahead. We're going to hop on board with the number 507, actually, with Adam. Could see a lot. Lovely view. I love this, you know, because this is real close to what they're seeing. They sit low. I mean, of course, they can see over the little capsule there, but that nice little protective bar right there in the center kind of helps and hinders at the same time. See, he's up to 13th. Sorry. He's sitting here 13th, trying to hunt down 12th place of Brandon Cuxhausen. There we go, as we sit on board with the shoulder rest there with him. Give you a little bit better of an angle of what's going on out there on the track. He's actually currently getting past. He's got a car no longer on his inside, but the number 511 of Roden Eftink. He was trying to make a move there for 13th position. Oh, we got trouble. Car around in front of everybody there. Caution is out. Good job by everybody else not being involved. That was the number 508 of Toby Deck. And take a look at it for you. Significant damage for him. As we spool up that replay for you. Ooh, yeah. So as we get it back there, you'll see some contact between him and the number 33 of David H. Baker. As you see, we got Toby Deck going around there. The contact happened a little bit before that and took off Toby's rear wing. And unfortunately, not much you can do without that downforce. Ooh, Scott Kukas with the number 242 machine. He has some complications as well. I'll take a look and see what's going on. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and work on spooling that back for you. That way you guys can get a look at it. But, you know, not missing much. Comes around the corner, just gets real super tight and slaps the wall there. Looks like he had a little bit of a wiggle, so you'll be able to see that if we're able to get that pulled up for you. But looks like a single car incident for him. That's unfortunately going to take him out of the race. Yeah, these cars are relatively brittle as well. They don't really like to make contact with other cars. As Robert Northway actually comes into the pit road, he's looking to get some service done to that number 46 machine. No one else really coming in at this time. We got, of course, we got the number 511. He's in. A couple other vehicles looking to get some repairs, I'm sure. Robert Love in the number 613. He's exiting pits here in a moment. Looks like we have some complications getting in the pits. Ooh, James Walker with significant damage, it looks like, in the number 509. We'll see if we can take a look at that. And yeah, looks like he was trying to come down into the pit lane. Had too much speed and had to slow up real quick, and unfortunately nosed it into the outside pit wall there. Tough break for James Walker in the number 509. He did a good job hanging out there, though, after sliding. He was blocking pretty much 3/4 of the pit, but everybody was able to get past him and had no problems there. With Northway pitting, that's going to put Garen Batten in the number 61 machine. He's going to be taking the lead position here. He's going to restart these drivers off here on lap 21 on our third caution. You know, we're getting some good green flag racing. I don't think it's enough to really give the drivers the data they need in order to be able to make a decision on how to run this later half. So I'm sure these guys are eager to see a long green flag run, see how these tires wear down.
You have an end of line penalty for
how everybody
car
else
contact.
kind of tries to make some move. We got a penalty in the field. Looks like the number 33 is getting an EOL for car contact. That's unfortunate. Taking a look through, I'm not even too sure when or where that happened, but race officials are sending him to the back of the field, so we're going to be seeing him let everybody go by here on his right as we get ready to get green flag racing here. What a beautiful shot. I love looking at all the cars getting ready to get green. Pretty good sized field here today. Everybody's minding their own. A couple mistakes here and there, but you know, that's just kind of a side effect of racing as the pace car is now down on pit road. Green flag is out. Garen Batten leading him to start finish line and subsequently into turn number 1. Everybody is single file here going into the corner so far. Nothing too crazy is happening. Yeah, it looks like everybody's kind of minding their own. Garen Batten, though, he's not able to make a huge lead here off of Austin O'Neill in the number 5. He's using that draft to his advantage, trying to close up as much real estate as we take a look at a two-side battle here. Nice clean pass there ahead of Roden there in the number 511. As he's looking now, trying to make a move on the inside here for P16. Nice quick pass there, able to get it done, making a pass on Matthew Crisp, the number 18 machine there. Oh, Matthew Crisp getting another spot taken from him behind Roden. So he's moving on back. See that these guys are making some quick moves. They know that once these cars are out of that preferred line and out of the draft, they're not really able to stay a strong contender. So I'm sure some of these guys are backing out a little bit extra just to make sure that they're able to get back into that draft and not lose as much space as they can. And these guys are spread out, single file throughout the field. A couple passes here and there for position, as you see behind Matthew Crisp. There's a side-by-side going on. Just trying to get back there to see who it is, and looks like 613 of Robert Love's trying to make a move on Hakan Shot, and then 101 as he moves to the inside, trying to have the preferred line through the corner, see if he can get it done. Come to the mini straightaway into the corner. There we go, he gets it done for position there. Position 19 as someone makes a move behind him. It's going to be James C. Walker in the number 509, making a move for 21st position. He had a lot of momentum there. He capitalized on that good quick in a hurry. That was a good move. He's hunting down the number 101. using that draft to his advantage, trying to see if he can make another one happen real quick here, so that way he can get back up and possibly fight for the top 10, top 5. Ray Partridge in the number 8 machine, he just got passed by Robert Northway in the number 46. Northway was our leader for quite some time. He stopped off pit road in that last caution flag, so he's looking to get back up there, and he's wasting no time at all, making good, quick, clean passes. As we are riding on board James Walker, you can see a car on his outside. Carlos under fire here. Robert Northway now sitting P13. He's looking to get back up there as quick as he can without abusing his tires. He's making good progress on it. He's running 41.067 in the draft, where Garen Batten, the leader, is currently running a 40.8. So he's not quite up to full speed there to get it done, but he's making quick moves on the cars ahead of him right now, as you see him trying to make a move on Gary Thomas there in the number 19. He's on his inside coming down the straightaway into turn 1. Gary backs out of it, that way he can have the preferred line into the corner. Builds that momentum back up, but he's not going to be able to make a repass as Robert moves into 12th position. We just had a pass for position 3 there. Looks like Davis Braun was able to get a move done on Wayne Hutchinson there. All right, down the straightaway. Nice clean. Use that slipstream effect to get by him. That was a nice clean move there, as they're now getting ready to hunt down the first 2 cars. Look at that. That was nice and clean. Just stuck his nose down to the inside and was able to get it done with the momentum. Robert Northway still fighting his way up through the field. As you see, he's looking on the outside. Easy. He makes it look easy down there, I'll tell you that. Robert Northway now back up to 11th position with that pass being completed. He's looking at the rear wing of Brandon in the number 510 machine. He's looking to try to hold him off, stay up in the 10th position there. Ooh. Robert just really making moves. He's got a good setup underneath him. He's ready to get back up there and fight to take that. As you can see, looks on the outside of the number 510 machine. Easy does it. There you go, Robert, now back into the top 10. You know, while we're looking at Robert Northway here, you can kind of see he likes to put his car where other drivers don't necessarily like it. You know, and that's kind of working to his advantage. He was able to make that outside line work through the corners. Usually what we've been seeing so far today is once somebody looks on the inside, that driver on the outside backs down just a little bit more and kind of lets them have it. That way they can get back into the preferred. So it's impressive work by Robert there, being able to put his car in different positions, get a little bit more grip than the rest of them. Looking through the field here. Everybody was relatively spread out. Nice even pacing between everybody in the top 10. Hardest worker right now is going to be Robert, that's for sure. He's looking to try to get back up there into the top 5, possibly retake the lead. As we look at Ray Partridge in the number 8, he had some difficulties early on He's looking to make up for that as he's currently sitting in 16th. Now we look at Michael in the number 81. He's sitting there in 17th position, hanging on strong. Looks like Robert Northway was able to make another move done on Hayden there in the number 513. Yeah, using that slipstream to his advantage and just maximizing, putting his car where it needs to be. He's now looking to try to make a move on Bill Daly in the number 36 for 8th position. Robert really making quick work of this. He's running 41.292. Bill ran a 41, but now a 42.286 versus Robert's 41.629. I'm looking. Robert's beat now all the way up till the 6th position. So he's making quick work of it as you see him using that slipstream. Now moving to the inside of Bill Daly there for 8th position. Easy work for Robert as he dives it into the corner there. He's going to be now hunting down Daniel J. Thomas in 7th. Just kind of looking through the lap times here. Robert Northway currently 41.629 with traffic ahead of him. He's coming to the line after making a few passes, hit a 41.363. Daniel J. Thomas in the number 60 ran a 41.35. Looks like a close call for Bill Daly in the number 36. Maybe a little bit of contact up against that wall there, but it looks like it's not too bad for him. He's able to hang on to that machine, not have any extra problems from that. So good job on that. Ooh, get a little bit wiggly there. Now he's coming down pit road. He definitely hit that wall. He's wanting to have his crew take a look, make sure he didn't knock any tire alignments out. Yeah, look at that right rear. You can see it kind of towed in there. Definitely a hard hit there. Of course, then again, like I was saying earlier, these cars are relatively brittle. They do not like contact, so even the slightest tap can end your day. That's unfortunate for him. As we go take a look at the leader here, that's still Garen Batten. Looks like he's coming down pit road, wanting to get some tires and fuel taken care of. Wayne's coming in. We got a couple cars in the top 5 coming down, getting those tires and fuel, wanting to make sure that they're ready to go, maybe doing a little bit of different strategy versus the other guys. That'll put Austin O'Neill in the number 5 in the lead. It's going to be interesting to see if these guys start funneling into pit road or not, or if something was going on with those two guys, or if they just have a different strategy altogether. Yep, looks like Austin O'Neill is coming down into pit road. Davis Braun's going to follow suit. Jeff Schmeier in the number 30, he's going to stay out an extra time. Oscar Rodriguez, he's going to come on in. Bill Daly, he's out there now. He's got his car fixed up. He's looking to make up some ground while these guys are on pit road. Got a 3 wide going on. The number 507 was put in the middle. That was a close call as the number 19 at Gary Thomas had a lot of steam coming up on him and had to check out. Now it looks like they had a slower car on the outside of Toby Degg. Everybody making moves, trying to survive there. Good job by everybody to ensure that no one got hit or spun or anything like that, but that was a close call. Jeff Schmeier, now our leader, as we pull up the replay for you guys so we can see that action there. Brandon Cuxhausen's now in the pit road. As we take a look at what happened there to make that interesting situation happen. Yeah, Toby Deck on the outside. Everybody's just kind of making moves. You see Roden go down to the inside. And right behind him, that purple car there didn't have a lot of momentum, and real close call. Yeah, for a moment there, they were almost 4 wide. And you see going in the corner there, the yellow car had to slow down just in a quick in a hurry not to rear end the purple car. As people now coming down pit road, we just saw some close action there, almost getting rear end coming into pit road under green flag conditions with 161 to go. Robert Northway now going to be our leader as everybody's cycling through pits, putting Roden in the number 511. He's going to be in second. Michael in number 81 machine, he's going to be in third. Matthew Crisp in fourth. James Walker in fifth. But it is important to know, while these guys are up there in the top 5, they have yet to pit, so they're going to be at a disadvantage, not just tire-wise. The guys who stopped, got new tires, are going to be hunting them down even quicker. But these guys do have to pit, so they're going to want to make sure that they can gain as much spacing as they can between the cars that did, and then maximize coming down onto pit road. We're looking at the 509 machine of James Walker. He's going to be sitting in fourth position. That's Sebastian Jackson on the outside, fighting Hardy. Sebastian's back in the in the 27th position, so it's not for any on-track position. That's just to kind of get up to speed and try to make sure that everybody can create the spacing or take away the spacing that they need to make the moves that they want to move. As we take a look at Michael there in the 81, he's coming up to a lot of lap traffic after those pit stops. So it's going to be interesting to see if he goes ahead and brings it in or if he continues to stay out. Yeah, I'm just taking a moment here, not only to rest my voice, but also to kind of get some data here. Looks like, if I'm reading this correctly, Robert Northway, Roden, Michael, James, they all still need to pit. So yeah, these guys are just trying to maximize track position, physical track position, as much as they can, so when they come down pit road under green flag conditions, that they're able to not lose as much ground. They're also probably hoping that there's a caution flag with all the lap traffic going on. But usually with these guys, you know, with the oval in any way, if you stop and you take tires, you're going to naturally be faster than the cars on older tires. So I don't know if these guys are going to be able to capitalize on slower traffic, getting caught up with a faster car. Oh, contact to the outside wall for the number 18. That's not going to be what he wants, that's for sure. Hopefully, looked like a nice even flush tap, so hopefully nothing too bad for him, but we're probably going to be seeing him come down the pit road to have his crew maybe change a tire out and make sure there's no broken knuckle or bent tire rods on that thing. Pass for 11th. Yeah. Yeah, looks like his last pit was on lap 11. So that's definitely, he's at a disadvantage already as far as tire wear goes. He's got some of the oldest tires on the track. As you see him make a dive down now to the pit road, he's going to get 4 tires and fuel and maybe a little bit of repair on that machine. I'm sure he's feeling that little wall contact. Looking through, Robert Northway still leading the race. His last pit lap was 19, so definitely looking like he's going to want to come in here soon. We are on lap 47, 154 to go here today, so he's still got a pit. Yeah, Roden's Roden and Michael, James, pretty much the whole top 8 has adapted this strategy, with Michael Hogg in 11th, the only exception outside of the top 10 that hasn't quite pit yet. So that's going to be interesting to see if they're able to hold on to enough track real estate to ensure that when they stop, they're going to be able to come back out, at the front of the pack. Robert has a 5-second lead off of Roden and a 15-second lead off of Michael in third, but that is closing. Looks like the freshest tires is going to be Garen Batten in the number 61 machine. He's currently 26 seconds back off the leader, kind of holding even. So maybe some tire saving from Garen going on there. So yeah, that's definitely going to work in Robert's favor. But Robert's also gaining space between everybody else. I'm looking at the live timing here for the gap. Roden is just consistently falling further and further back, so maybe Robert just kind of found a little groove for him. Taking a look at the lap times there between Batten and Northway. Yeah, he's consistently just running a little bit quicker, which that's definitely what you want to see. And even at such a small margin, that's going to build up over time. So as long as Northway can continue that trend, he's going to be able to make a lot of ground off of them, get a lot of distance. And when Northway pits, as quick as these pit crews are, that might work in his favor. He just has to maximize, make sure he gets into pit road as quickly but safely as he can, get down to pit speed as quick as he can, straighten up, center up in his box the best he can, and then just get out of there. He might be able to come in and go and come out in front of everybody and have the fresher tires, so that might work to his advantage. Ooh, locking them up, trying to make sure they get down to speed limit. Robert Northway now pulling into pit road. Nice, easy deceleration there to enter the pit lane. I'm interested to see how this is going to work for him as Roden goes on by. Now going to take the lead. Robert's still second place. Now P3 just passed him. So Robert, yeah, just now moving back to 6th position, 7th position. So that might have worked for Robert just the way that he wanted. And a lot of these other cars are still needing to pit. Garen Batten, Austin O'Neill are the only 2 cars that have pitted that got past him. As we can see, Robert is already exiting pit lane. So that worked out in his favor. Once the pit cycle does cycle through, that's going to put him in 5th. Or 4th, rather, actually. So that's going to be really good for him. Michael coming in the number 81. He's going to go ahead and start his tire change. Robert Love, too, in the number 613. Tom Dreiling, he's going to come in. So now we're starting to see those older tire cars come in and get that taken care of. Number 511 machine, Roden Eftink, he's leading the race right now. It's going to be interesting to see if he goes ahead, comes in. So that leaves James Walker and oh, yep, number 511 machine is in. Bill Daly following suit, the number 36. So now we just got, James Walker also came in. So now the pit cycle has cycled on through. Garen Batten and the number 61, he's going to be our leader with Austin O'Neill in 2nd, Davis Braun in 3rd, and then Robert Northway in 4th. So that worked out great for him. He's got the freshest tires out there in the top 5, so he's going to be able to make some moves, trying to see what he can do with that. And it looks like Robert just set the fastest lap at a 40.26. versus Garen's 41.707. So Robert dialing it up a notch. He's wanting to get back up into that race lead. I'm sure that's going to make Davis Braun and the number 25 machine a little bit nervous to know that. Guerin pitted lap 36. Austin and Davis 37. As Robert makes a move on Davis now to his inside, clear, moving on up. He's looking now to chase down Austin O'Neill in second position, which Austin ran a 41.534, 40.489 for Robert. So that's definitely going to be making Austin a little bit nervous. But Robert does need to get past the lap down car, the number 605, Rob Love. So that's going to kind of slow him down just a little bit. But the way that he's been making moves, I don't think that matters. So we take a look at the number 81 machine, currently in 16th position. He's trying to make some moves to get back out there. He pitted lap 51, so just about 3 laps ago. He's running 41.402s with his fastest lap being a 41.230, so he's not too far off his fast pace. Looking through the field, Roden number 511, he's trying to make a move on Daniel J. Thomas for 7th position, coming down the straightaway here. As you see, he's using that draft to his advantage, builds that momentum, jumps to the inside. He wants to try to get back up there as quick as he can. Roden, he's on fresh tires. He's trying to capitalize on that, trying to make quick moves to get back up to the front. Looks like Robert Northway still holding on tight as we look at the 511 machine. Sitting 7th position currently, currently 7th position, started back in 21st. He's doing pretty good. He's making a solid effort. Lap time's not too bad. He's running 40.86 as we cross the line. That's going to update to 40.833, so he's definitely capitalizing on those fresher tires. He's got Oscar Rodriguez in the 506 ahead of him. Rodriguez is on older tires, so it should be quick work using that draft. There he goes to his inside. There he goes. That's going to be for 7th position. He's now looking to get up to the 511. I'm sorry. No, he's looking to get up to the 17 machine. So that's for 6th position. Wayne ran a 41.683 that last time. Roden ran a 41.129. Still difference in tires, so that's going to help Roden out pretty good as he drafts up to him. Look at the number 17 here, as Roden makes a nice move to his inside. Easy does it. Roden moving on up into the world. He's going to be in position 5. Darren Batten holding on strong here today. Austin O'Neill still 2nd. Robert Northway in 3rd. Davis Braun in 4th. Roden rounding out our top 5. As we want to go ahead and pop up our broadcast and family here. We want to thank them and everybody out there. We appreciate everybody out there tuning in today. Also want to thank Sid Speed for some high quality gloves. If you're looking to get some grip on your wheel, head on over to them and you will not be disappointed. We're looking here at the number 511 machine. He's in 4th position. He's currently our biggest mover with plus 17 since grid. He's sitting in 4th. He's looking to make some moves, try to follow Robert Northway up through the field, who's sitting in 3rd. He's finally, the number 46 machine of Robert Northway, he's finally catching up to the lap traffic of Rob Love, which ahead of him is going to be Austin O'Neill. So still trying to make moves. We're going to take a look at the pass for 4th position here as he's using that draft, trying to build up as much speed as he can. Takes a look on the inside in the corner, and with that momentum, it was just easy, just right on through. You know, and that's smart racecraft control by these guys. You know, they're timing these runs that way when they get to the corner, they can just take that inside and use the preferred line to their advantage. So that's good work. As we actually look now, he's in 3rd as Garen Batten's in pit lane. Davis Braun, Wayne Hutchison, Hayden Cuxhausen, he's in the pit road. Gary Thomas, a lot of guys now taking an opportunity to get some fuel and tires. Robert Northway now sitting in 2nd. Austin O'Neill, he's still out there. He's going to be our new race leader. As we look at Garen Batten coming out of pit road there, he's going to come out of pit pretty far back in 18th position. Oh, caution is out. Ooh. Oh, not good for the number 61 of Garen. Oh, man, that's not what you want to see at all. We're going to get that pulled up for you, that's for sure, because what in the world? Robert Love, he was a lap down machine. I was actually talking about him being behind Austin. Not even sure what happened as we go ahead and use our old school technology to rewind the film here. You see, he's just going along and coming out of the corner, gets the wall there and loses it. Yep. Oh, hard hit. Comes right up, bounces off like a rubber ball, and just nowhere for him to go. Oh, that's tough for Garen. He's been strong all day long. He's going to have to get it towed back there and get that taken care of. We're going to go on board Garen as he's powering up, and just no time to react the way that car ping-ponged around there. Ah, I know he's disappointed. Fortunately, these guys do have a fast repair, which is basically a magic button that allows these guys to get just everything put back to normal within milliseconds. It is a limited amount of them. I believe they only have one, so they just have kind of a mulligan, so to speak, here. He's going to try to get that machine back to pit road. That way he doesn't have to tow. Robert Love now on pit road. He may not have any fast repairs as he's still sitting there. He either towed and is on his way, or he's having his team manually repair that. But we are now under caution, our 4th caution here at Indy in the Speedway 500. Austin O'Neill, he's going to be our current leader as everybody's kind of running around, getting ready, kind of thinking about what they want to do. Austin O'Neill last pitted on lap 37. Robert Northway, he pitted on lap 50. Roden in the number 511, he pitted lap 52. As they go by Garen on the inside, he's still trying to get it there. He's letting everybody go. Good respect to that. Roden in pit, Robert in pit, Austin in pit. A couple guys staying out, but they're going to be lapped down, so they're going to be trying to get their position back. Looks like most of the field is going to take this as an opportunity to get tires and fuel. As you can see, he's trying to make it back still. The number 61, Garen. Good car control there, running on 3 tires. He's able to kind of... Oh, tire came back. Magic. Look at that. Just hard lock right, trying to keep that thing straight to get into his pit box. Perfect. He made it. Yep, there's his fast repair. You saw that car kind of pop back into reality, wheel straight. You know, he's going to be at a disadvantage. I believe he's going to be a lap down now. Maybe multiple laps down. I'm taking a quick look at that. Yeah, he's 2 laps down, so he's going to have to hope that he can make some ground up and get around these guys, or there's cautions, and he can use that to his advantage. Austin O'Neill, still our race leader after pit cycling through. Robert Northway in second. Roden in third. Oscar Rodriguez in fourth. Daniel Thomas rounding out our top 5. Everybody pit lap 69. So everyone's going to have fresh tires for this restart, our 5th restart today. Yeah. 5 lead changes so far, 4 cautions for 10 laps. Current leader is going to be Austin O'Neill, as I had said. If you look at that green and yellow bar, you know, it kind of evened out at the start there. You know, it was kind of questionable. Had a green, yellow, green, yellow, green, yellow, kind of making a little rhythm out of it. Then a nice long green flag run, but as laps wind down, people are going to want to make, you know, a lot of people are going to want to make a lot more moves, try to be in position since, you know, maybe you're not going to get the caution. You're going to have to maximize the green flag stops. So it's going to be interesting to see here how everybody kind of adapts to how it was just caution, green, and now they got some laps for data. Going to be some fun times here at Indy for the Speedway 500. As the pace lights are off, we're going to get ready to go green. Just a quick look in the pit road. We got Toby Dex still down there getting some repairs done. Unfortunate for him, he looks like he's out of his fast repairs. All right, here we go. Pace car is making that dive down to pit lane. Flagman is ready. All the fans are ready. Let's get back to green flag racing. Austin O'Neill leading him to the green flag. Looking up the top of the screen there. Looks like everybody's staying single file for the moment. Austin O'Neill leads them through 1 and 2. Robert Northway trying to make quick work, though. He's really closing in that gap using that slipstream to his advantage. Oh, yeah, you see Austin O'Neill knows it. He goes down. Robert now on the outside of Austin O'Neill for the lead. Robert able to make it work. Man, that guy's just got grip. Now Robert Northway taking the lead. He's going to be trying to look ahead of him, try to stay out of his mirrors as much as he can. Dives low to try to break that draft. Austin O'Neill doing a good job staying right up behind him in the slipstream there, trying to hold on to the best that he can. Roden, though, sitting there in P3, he's wanting to try to maximize that battle. He's trying to utilize everyone else's stream and try to close that gap, but Robert was absolutely leaving him right now. He's already put almost half a second gap between him and Austin O'Neill. Yeah, that caution was definitely in favor of Robert Northway, and I'm sure he knew it too. The moment that yellow flag came up, I'm sure those gears were turning, and he said, you know what? Let me get some fresh tires full of fuel, and I'm going to leave these guys. This is my race to lose. Looking at Jeff Schmeier there, he's been trying to make a move. He just can't quite get it done. As James C. Walker there, the number 509, he's able to hold on, but not for long. Jeff now looking on his inside, going into the corner. He's got the preferred line, but James can use that momentum to his favor. Not able to make it work anymore. Good move by Jeff to get into P9. He's looking to move forward as far as he can. Looks like we have a battle for 19th. no matter what position they are, they want to make things done. Hayden in the number 513 looking to the inside of Pim Van Gastel there in the 606. They're working hard to make things happen. You know, Hayden, he had the momentum, used that draft to get to the inside, but fortunately with no cars ahead or behind him, that allowed Gary Thomas to sneak his way into the conversation in the number 19. He was able to use the draft off of him to get up there and move to the outside and quick in a hurry. So now Hayden, he's probably looking around trying to figure out how he can make a move to get back up to 20th. Gary able to make that move for 20th, but Pim's leaving. They're like, never mind, I don't want to deal with this no more. Let me see what I can do to kind of gain some ground, get you guys off my slipstream. But Gary's not ready to give up as he's closing in, trying to look for P19 going into the corner there. He's using the optimal line, trying to make sure he builds up as much momentum. As we look at the number 17 machine. See, nice, easy pass there on the 18 machine, I believe it was. Just making quick work with that momentum and slipstream effect. So good job by him. Tom trailing in the 82. Looks like he's getting some competition there on his inside. Yeah, you know, these guys are just, they know how to work the air. They know how to work the corners. Davis Braun takes over 15th or 14th position. These guys, you know, they know when to make those moves. Try to pull up as close as you can on the straightaway, and as you dive in, you know, go low and take that preferred line. And it's a lot of respect out there as well. The car getting past, they know what's going on. They're looking in their mirror, you know, they're looking at the relative. They see those numbers, they see the bump, the wing getting bigger, and they're like, you know, they have a business decision to make, so to speak. You know, do they take the preferred line and make the car behind them slow down, or do they just give that line and see if they can hold it off and rejoin the best that they can? That way they can minimize what they may lose. So good effort by everybody here today. 122 laps to go. We're nearing halfway. Been a fun time for me up here. Hopefully everybody out there is enjoying themselves. Appreciate everybody for coming out, supporting the stream, supporting their drivers, their family, their friends, whatever it may be. Thank you guys for being here, being a part of this, being part of the family. Right on board, looking out back at Daniel Thomas in the number 60, currently in 5th position. I don't think we've really talked much about Daniel there. He's doing a solid job. He's looking to make moves. Yeah, as I say that though, Michael in the number 81, he's on a fly. He's on a fly lap there. He made that work like nothing. I don't even think Daniel had a chance to process what just happened for 5th position. That was quick. Now that we've had a little bit of a decent green flag run, I'm going to take a look at the lap times here. We're going to start from Robert and kind of work our way back unless something more exciting happens. Robert's currently settled in first place, running a 40.779. Austin O'Neill in the number 5 and 2nd. He's running a 41.141. So Robert's still making some solid ground. Trying to leave as much as he can. There's currently almost a 2-second gap between Austin O'Neill and Northway. Roden in number 511. He ran a 40.898, so he's just on par with Northway. So he's going to look to make some quick moves off of Austin. So we take a look at the number 19, Gary Thomas on screen. He's kind of in a sandwich there, trying to figure out what exactly he can do. Oh, trouble for Gary Thomas in the number 19. He's able to make it down to pit road pretty quickly, but that's a hard hit. That might be a race ender if he doesn't have a fast repair, because that was one wallop. We're going to take a look, see if he does, in fact, have a fast repair. Ah, he missed his pit. There it is. Boom, fast repair. Still going to lose a lap or two, but still, he's going to be able to recover as long as he stays out there. That's just an unfortunate event, as, yeah, he just drifts up into the wall. Fall asleep out there? Yeah, he just... Very mundane as you watch Adam Prosser make a move there on the outside, trying to make as much ground up as he can. He's currently sitting in 8th position. Now James, though, he wants to get it back there. He's on the inside. Nice move by James. He's able to make that work for 8th position. So now Adam Prosser is still not ready to give it up. He's trying to move on the inside. Unfortunately, just loses momentum on exit. So James going to be in 8th position, trying to make up as much real estate as he can. Last lap was 69 for pretty much the entire field. Top 15, 16, and then it starts kind of changing around there. So these guys are all on the same tires. They're trying to maximize that last caution flag. Currently, Northway has a... I'm just trying to take a look here. Has a pretty good sized lead against everybody. Just over 2 seconds now for Austin O'Neill and Robert Northway. 4-second lead from Roden to Northway. And a 5-second lead from Oscar Rodriguez to Northway. So Northway really creating a good gap there. That's going to give him some cushion for any errors entering or exiting pit lane, as long as they're not a penalty. These guys are hanging on the best that they can. Looking at lap times again here as Northway runs across the start-finish line at over 220 miles an hour. He's still laying down 40.90 lap times. So he's one of the fastest cars out there. I'm looking through the field here real fast. Yeah, the only other person is Scott, who's 4 laps down. No, I'm sorry, he's lost 4 positions. That one was entirely my fault. No, he's off the track. I don't know what in the world's going on with my my timing there. Scott Kukas, he's multiple, or Kukas rather, I'm not quite sure. I apologize for the butchering of that last name. Man, he's off the track. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what my timing is saying. It was trying to tell me he was running faster than Northway, which is not true. So that's my apologies. That was 100% my fault. I'm going to click buttons before I start opening my mouth. Lesson learned, no big deal. Gary Thomas back out there making moves, trying to repair all the loss that he had from hitting that wall. He's currently sitting 1 lap down, so not too bad of a loss. He's looking to try to get up as far ahead as he can that way. He can maximize on anything that happens here as we ride on board with him. Heading down into the turn 3 there. Now on the mini straightaway heading into 4. Actually, yeah, okay. Perfect. Ooh, trouble as you see a car in the wall there. Still no yellow. Still doing all right. Trying to take Bill Daly in number 36. He's going to be into the wall. I'm pretty sure he's had a few incidences happen already. That he might be out of fast repairs, so he may have to take some time on pit road and have his team fix that out. As I take a look and see what happened there, just the same story. Just drifted up and caught the wall and has to make the long, slow drive down to pit road. So nothing real exciting for that incident there. Just a little casual tap. I would say a little bit more than casual, but you know what I mean. Nothing too glorious there as we look at Ray Partridge in the number 8 machine. He's going to be in 12th. He's got Davis Braun in the number 25. He's looking to raise inside, trying to make a pass on the straightaway there. Going into turn number 1. Easy does it for him with the momentum going through there with all that slipstream effect. Ray, he's not going to want to take that too easily. He's not going to want to burn his tires and, you know, kind of hurt himself in the long run, but you already know he's thinking of how can I get back up there and make a move. Davis Braun running 41.642. He's in 12th position. He's looking to chase down Carlos M. Fernandez in the 614. Carlos running 41.458 versus Braun's 41.587. So not too big of a difference in lap times. Davis is going to want to optimize his line and build as much momentum as he can to kind of shave that down a little bit. Does look like he's doing a decent job at it as we're looking at Carlos. You see right there at the top of your screen, that's Davis trying to hunt him down. Taking a look, it looks almost as if he might do it. 41.498 for Davis, 41.374. So no, Carlos is really maximizing his run there as we look at the number 33 machine. And 14th, David H. Baker there. He's trying to get what he can out of this today. Nice smooth line there. He's not really giving up too much through the corners. Trying to stay in the draft of the car ahead of him, which he's doing a pretty good job. He's coming up to Ray now. David making a move on the inside of Ray in the number 8 machine. Easy does her, going down in the corner, using that momentum and that preferred line to their favor. Easy pass for 13th position for David. He's wanting to hunt down Davis Braun now. Looking at the lap times, Braun running a little bit quicker than Baker. So that's going to be something that I'm sure Baker's going to adjust to, try to optimize as much as he can to close that gap. 4-second gap between O'Neill and Northway there, up in first and second. So Northway really still maximizing as we look at the number 82 machine. Yeah, the number 8 is just kind of quickly falling back. Not sure if maybe he's just trying to bide time, recover his tires, but a lot of drivers are making a lot of ground up on Ray. You see we're riding on board with Tom Drayling in number 82. He's looking at the wing of Ray, quickly coming up to him. Tom's running 41.889. Ray ran a 42.318 that last time, so quite a big difference there in speed. So I'm sure Tom's gonna have him within this next lap here. So we have 106 to go. Appreciate everybody being out there. Appreciate everybody out there on the track as well, putting on a good show for us today. See, just getting bigger and bigger. Easy does her. You'll have it done in a moment here as they go off into turn number 3. Tom's going to kind of just pace himself there, maintain some distance, ensure that he's going to be able to use that slipstream effect when he wants it. See, coming out of 4 now on the straightaway, using that slipstream. There we go, moving to the inside of Ray. I called it. I said within this next lap. That's going to put Tom to 14th position. Beautiful, beautiful. Doing everybody's kind of doing good. We got Hakan back there, number 101. He's going to make a move on Ray here momentarily. Yeah, Ray's just consistently dropping back. I wonder if he burned up his tires or made some adjustments that just is not working in his favor. I'm sure Ray's out there hoping for a caution, be able to repair what he can as far as the loss on the track. As he was doing good. He was hanging up front a little ways. Now he's just slowly kind of fading away out of the top 15. I've been there, done that many a times myself, so I know how Ray's feeling right now. He started 23rd, worked his way up through all the cycles, and now falling back. He's currently 15th position. Looking through our biggest movers, it's going to be Michael Hofredasson in the number 81. He's up 23 positions, whereas Roden still 18 positions up. So good driving by Michael on the 81 machine. He's looking to try to get a good finish here today, as he's our top 5 rounder. And we're looking at him now as he comes through the mini straight back into turn number 4. He's looking to hunt down Oscar Rodriguez for 4th. Oscar ran a 41.286 to Michael's 41.433. So not quite able to get a faster lap time than the top, and really the top 4. So yeah, sitting in 5th position. He's kind of the fastest one up there right now. Yeah, he's running lap time. He's running pretty much faster than anyone behind him, but not faster than anyone ahead of him. So that means he's just kind of there right now. You know, he's not able to really make much. As Oscar Rodriguez is actually in pit road now. Robert Northway as well. He came down to pit. So that's going to put Austin O'Neill back in the race lead as the pit cycle has now started. The window is open, 4 tires, full of fuel. Let's see where we can get going with that, as we have 101 laps to go here at the Indy 500. Or the Speedway 500, my apologies. I was trying to merge. As we go to move over to Whiplash Sim Cams to thank them for everything that they do, giving us some beautiful views. Appreciate you guys watching. Welcome back to the Speedway 500 here at Indianapolis Speedway. Pit cycles have been completed. Robert Northway still our race leader as he's working his way through lap traffic. We got Roden, number 511. He's going to be in second as well. A little bit of a close call there. Robert's trying to get through the traffic as quick as he can to ensure that Roden's not able to catch up to him too much, because there's a 5-second gap between Robert and Roden there. So good work by Robert getting through the lap traffic as quick as he can. He's going to go now, lay down some heater of lap time, try to gain as much ground off of Roden as he can. Number 511, he's going to be up 19 positions now since race start, so he's looking to try to prove himself as a hard charger. He's the second highest mover in the whole field. Michael, in the number 81, he's now up plus 23. He's trying to make that 26, but we'll see if he can make that happen. As we take a look at him. And the number 511, Roden, he's trying to make a move on some lap traffic. That's the 744 of Michael Hogg. Quick work of that, using the inside to his advantage. He's able to get around that little bit of lap traffic. We've got Gary Thomas, Sebastian Jackson in between Roden and Robert Northway. So he's going to want to try to make a good effort to get around these guys. A little bit of a battle going on there for 14th position. Tom Drailing, he wants to get around Pim as quick as he can for 14th, using that inside to his advantage. Tom's able to get it done. He's going to maximize and use that momentum to his favor as Pim is just dropping off. As you can see, that white car is getting smaller and smaller ahead of Pim in the number 606. So that's going to be for the 14th position there. As you can take a look here, Tom using that slipstream effect right into corner entry. We've seen it all day long, using that momentum. Wasn't quite able to get it done through the corner, but used that mini straightaway to kind of keep that momentum going. And still, Pim held on strong, fighting real hard on the outside line, trying the best that they can do. And then coming in on the corner, just that inside line's the preferred line. You know, you're able to get the rotation and the grip that you need, and just worked out in Tom's favor. Taking a look at Gary Thomas, he's had a rough day today. He's been up and down and all around. Not quite able to maximize. He's currently still one lap down. You saw him hit the wall and jump down on the pit road. It was like the worst case situation at the best time. He was able to jump straight down on the pit road and have his crew hit the magic repair button. And so now he's currently sitting 17th position, or I'm sorry, 20th position. He started in 17th, so he's lost 3 positions overall through the day. But, you know, we got 91 to go. As we saw, a lot of things can happen as we take a look at the number 5 machine of Austin O'Neill. I just had something whispered in my ear about teammates, but I quite couldn't hear that, so give me one moment. They're Fusion teammates, I hear. Fantastic. So Austin O'Neill is, you know, working alongside Gary Thomas in the 19, so I'm sure they're sharing notes and kind of talking each other up, saying, hey, don't worry about it too much. You know, we got the car. You can see Austin O'Neill currently in 3rd position, so I'm sure Gary is feeling a little bit under the motivational weather, so to speak. But again, 90 laps to go here at Speedway 500 in Indianapolis Motor Speedway, so still a lot of time to make up a lot of ground. You know, and the good news is, like, you know, the worst at the best, you know, the worst situation at the best time. He's only 1 lap down. Only other car ahead of him a lap down is Matthew Crisp in the 18. So as long as Gary is able to make up the ground that he needs, he should be doing all right. As we take a look at the number 17 of Wayne Hutchison, he's looking to make some moves, currently sitting in 16th position. He's running slightly better lap times than Pim in the number 606 right in front of him, that green machine. Using that slipstream to his advantage, trying to build up as much momentum as he can. Couldn't quite get it done going into 1, so he's going to kind of bide his time, get into the air again, use that mini straightaway to maximize that airflow. Come out of turn 2, now a long backstretch to continue that chase for 15th position. Can't quite make it happen just yet, but you can see that car's getting bigger and bigger as that focus stays on staying in the air of Pim. Make sure that he can just continue to close and close as you see him make a move to the inside for 15th position. Optimal line, he's got the rotation, he's got the speed. Successful pass for 15th position. Now he's gonna wanna look ahead, try to move forward as quickly and as safely as he can. That way Wayne doesn't really burn up his tires too much. We kind of see a trend here. Race of the start of the race. Sorry, we had a little bit of a rocky start. Green, yellow, green, yellow, green, and then a long green, then a yellow. And as we take a look at the 606 Pim coming down. Might want to make some adjustments, maybe get some fresh tires. Let me take a quick look at something here. Couldn't tell you. Cool. I was going to try to see what their pit before this was. Oh, that's not what you want to see. Looked like they missed a little bit of the stop, but they're now jacked up, getting those 4 tires rotated out. There's fresh ones on there. Robert Northway still our race leader. Roden Eftink, I believe. I apologize again for any butchering of the last names. I am more than happy to learn. So if you happen to see me in the Discord and I say your name wrong, feel free to come find me and give me a talking to. I'll be more than happy to learn how to properly pronounce some of these names. But yeah, Austin O'Neill in 3rd. Carlos Fernandez, he's sitting back there in 12th position. He's wanting to try to do the best that he can. He started 24th today. He's currently 12th, so he's on a hunt to make things happen. He's running 41.204s to Davis Braun's 41.270. So he's definitely making some ground up, trying to get as much track position as he can. Rodriguez, somebody in the chat is a fan of Oscar, and the number 506. He's currently sitting in 4th position, running some absolute heater of a lap times, 41.240. He's sitting nice and comfortable in 4th. Trying to see, he's running faster than Austin O'Neill in 3rd. Oh man, there's some lap cars in between a couple cars, so it's taking me a minute. Unfortunately though, oh no, look at that. He's running faster lap times in 2nd. Not quite 1st though, Robert Northway, he's flying. But yeah, Oscar Rodriguez in the 506, he's doing good so far. He's up 3 positions from grid, so he's definitely making progress out here. He pitted lap 99. We have 83 to go. Now we are on lap 118, so he's making good use of those older tires. Solid effort so far, I would say. Looking at Jeff Schmier here. He's sitting in 10th position. He's trying to make some moves on Adam Prosser in 9th. Doing a good job at that. He's able to run a 41.321 versus Adam's 41.405. So not the biggest difference of lap times, but still, that's what you want, because that's going to help you kind of get closer and closer. And once you hit that airstream off of the car ahead of you, you're going to really kind of gain, you know, a good amount of speed. So that's exactly what Jeff wants to see, is just a little bit different lap times. Unfortunately, though, that time around, Adam in the 507, he ran a 41.557. Jeff ran a 41.585. So not exactly what you want to see if you're Jeff, not anymore now at least. I'm sure he was feeling good. He's getting bigger in his windscreen, and, well, I guess there's really not a windscreen there, is there? Is there? Hold on 1 second. I have to learn something today. Yeah, it is. Yeah, look at that. Yep, so, all right. My stock car verbiage will not hurt me today, ladies and gentlemen. I knew there was something there. All right. Oh. But, yeah. All right, so cool. But he's actually making some progress. You can see they're getting bigger and bigger as we take a look at Daniel Thomas in the number 60. He's currently sitting in 6th position. He's trying to make moves for 5th. The problem is he's got lap traffic between him and Michael, so he's going to have to get around the number 744 of Michael Hogg. Now, last time we saw a car in between somebody, they hit the wall and took out the car exiting pit road. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that things will be all right there. And you know what? Actually, speaking of the devil, Garen Batten, he was unfortunately a victim of the situation that I was talking. He's currently 2 laps down still. He's sitting in 23rd, so he's not able to really make a recovery just yet. So that's unfortunate for him. He's running 41.53s to Robert's 41.82, so he's definitely trying to make things work for him. One of those ADHD moments, guys. I needed to connect the dot, turn the page of that story. I was kind of curious myself. So we continue to look at Daniel J. Thomas and the number 60 machine. He's trying to make things work the best that he can. Got James C. Walker in the 509 behind him. We got a battle going on here. Nice, easy pass. A double pass going on there. Good quick work there. No worries too much for anybody involved. Nothing too hairy. Good job, everybody. That was Sebastian in number 87. He had the double pass there. That wasn't for position though. Austin O'Neill in 3rd actually was the 2nd car that was making that move. So good job on Sebastian giving everybody room, ensuring there wasn't no drama. Ooh, just not an optimal exit for the 87. Kind of slowed him down quite a bit. And that slipstream effect is pretty hard. So easy for the number 8 machine to make a move on the inside. Putting Sebastian on the unpreferred line. He's sure he's looking in his mirror, realizing, hey, wait a minute, that car is one of the leaders. Go ahead. Nice, clean moves by everybody there. Good job. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen watching, if you want to throw out some love for your favorite driver in the chat, if you want an update on any of them, feel free to say something, and I'll tell out my producer, or he'll tell me who we're looking at, and we'll let you guys know who is where and what is what. Eftink up to 2nd position. He's now up 19 positions, so he's doing a pretty good job there, holding on strong. I was going to say something, but I want to verify that real quick. Oh, Robert Northway, he's down into the pit road, so that's going to make Roden actually our race leader for now. So pit window is now open. Anytime someone goes down pit road, I'm going to say the pit window is open, because if the leader is going, you know someone else might go. because why not? You know, if they do it, you do it. That's the strategy I was told, and that's strategy that makes. Oh, caution is out. Rob Love having some trouble. That is. I don't know if that's what. I don't know if that's what Robert wants to see. If I'm honest with you, he was already on pit road, so no penalty. It slows the pack down. He's not going to be able to. Ooh, oh, hard hit to the inside wall for the number 605 of Rob Love. Horizon Series 6 says, hey, he's still short. So that might not have worked in his favor at all. As Rob Love, you can take a look at him in the pit road, cycling out
Everyone
to some
checking up
nice,
in turn
beautiful
2, please
cameras
just be
out there
careful.
on the outside wall as the cars get down to pace speed. Yeah, I don't think that's what you want to see if you're Northway right now, because I mean you could come down and top it back off, but then you're kind of running the risk of losing more positions. So it's going to be interesting to see how he adapts to that strategy. Roden in the 511, he's going to lead the pack here as we come around into the mini straightaway between 3 and 4. He's going to lead the field into the pit as long as everybody wants to go. 60 to go, you are correcto. If I was the leader, I'd stay out till lap 60 is till 60 to go is what he's saying. Correct. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea at all. Is that, you seem pretty educated there. I'm going to ask you to give me some insider information. Is that pretty much kind of how many laps of fuel you can go? Kind of 65, 70, I'm assuming? As you can see, everybody diving down into pit road to get 4 tires and some fuel. Try to make it as long as they can. Oh, that was not a preferred situation there. These guys are real eager to get in and out the best that they can, but sometimes you just get too close. Ooh, almost a contact back there. Everybody's cycling through all right, though. It's Carlos Fernandez in the 614. He almost made contact with the car in front of him. That's Adam Prosser in the 507. So close call on pit road, but it looks like everybody funneled out pretty all right. 29 laps to 30 full burn. I see what you're splitting it up into. Okay. I see your tactic there. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Northway, our race leader still after everybody cycles through the pit road here. Roden Iftink, he's going to be in second. Austin O'Neill in third. Oscar Rodriguez in fourth. Michael Hafladasson in fifth position. Michael up plus 23. Roden up plus 19. James Walker, he's a hard charger as well. He's up 16 positions so far today in sixth position. So these guys looking to kind of make moves here at the last quarter of this race, of the Speedway 500 here at Indy. Horizon saying, now if I was Iftink, I would pit with 59 to go, be out in clean air. Yeah, clean air is definitely what you want, and that's helping Northway out a lot when he's up front. He's got that clean air to kind of utilize from the start, so. Yeah, those are some valid points there. As we take a look at the bottom right of your screen, that's going to be the pit stop strategy of the top 8. I'm not going to pretend to know what I'm looking at. I see a lot of numbers and colors. So I'm going to let you guys study that. Here's your homework. Feel free to take a look at that. Write down anything you want to write down and kind of piece together. Kind of see if you can make your own little pit strategy. Lights are off the pace car. Robert Northway leading the field out of turn number 4. Pace car getting ready to dive on down. As I fix my camera screen here. Here we go. Pace car down to pit road. Robert Northway leading them off. Lap 130. Green flag is in the air. 72 laps to go here at Speedway 500 at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Roden Eftink looking to try to maximize that caution flag every moment that he can. He's trying to stay real nice and tight to Robert, trying to maximize that airflow, get a run, and make a move to take the race lead. He's doing a good job at it. As you can see, there he goes. Woo! Last moment decision, right to the outside of Robert. Can he make it stick? Unfortunately, no, he cannot. Robert's holding on strong to the inside. Oh, he did make it work. He used that outside line to use that exit off momentum. Now he's going to dive down to try to cut the air off of Robert, but Robert's going to stick to him. Closing in quick, moving to the outside. There we go into turn number 1. Two wide battle for the lead, but unfortunately, Northway could not make it happen just yet. He uses the outside line to try to get some of that cleaner air. Fortunately, not quite what he wants. He's chasing. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Burr, 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 burr. Don't know why. Every time I see it, that's all I can think of. Left, right, and they're trying to ensure the car behind them can't use the air to their advantage, and it looks like it worked. Roden, he's trying to get as much clean air as he can off of Robert. But Austin O'Neill behind them in third, he's staying on tight. He's using that air to his advantage, trying to close that gap as quick as he can. That way he can make a pass for second. So far, though, doesn't seem like Robert Northway is able to make it work. You know, and it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. Somebody in the chat was actually saying that they noticed Northway kind of struggles in the dirty air. So, you know, that kind of came into fruition there on the restart. As soon as Roden was able to make it happen, he kind of tightened up, wasn't able to make the car rotate the way that he wants to. And another good point from the same individual, the more they leave, the more they burn off those tires. That's absolutely true. The lateral shifting of it, you know, you kind of scrub them, and that's what you see when you're under yellow flag like in NASCAR. That's why they're going left, right, is, you know, they're scrubbing the tires, trying to get the debris off of it. It's Carlos Fernandez in the 614. He's looking to make some moves back there for 9th and 10th. Or I'm sorry, 10th position there. He makes a move on Adam Prosser. He's able to get that done. Davis Braun there in the mix and in 12th position. Carlos able to make it work for him. He's now going to be trying to hunt down the 9th position of Brandon Cuxhausen in the number 510. We look on board Davis Braun in the number 25. He's wanting to try to make a move to Adam Prosser in the number 507 for 11. He's using that air to his advantage. I want to give a quick shout out to all the drivers out there on the track. These guys are doing some solid racing today. We've had just a handful of cautions here today. If my producer wouldn't mind throwing up the race recap, I think it's a beautiful time with 66 laps to go here, Speedway 500. Thanks to Whiplash SimCams for giving us what we need to give you guys the views that you have. Lap 135 out of 200. Current leader is Roden Eftink. I struggle every time. I feel so bad. I'm sorry, guys. I'm doing the best that I can. 5 cautions for a total of 14 laps. We've had an overall 12 lead changes today. And if you look at the bar at the bottom, started out a little bit rough. Green, yellow, green, yellow, green, yellow, green, yellow, green, yellow. So maybe we can get a green until they finish. But yeah, so far so good today. Appreciate everybody tuning in, hanging out, having some fun with us, rooting on your favorite drivers. Like I said before, if there's somebody out there on the track that you just absolutely love and adore, and you're like, hey, haven't talked about them in a while, give them a shout out in the chat. and we will be more than happy to pull them up, give you a quick one-on-one on how they're doing. Horizon Series 6, he says, I'm racing in the race later. Fantastic, man. I wish you the best of luck. Sounds like you got a good brain for strategy. I'm sure you're going to do some solid work out there. I just love looking at these cars, you know, looking down the straightaway, seeing everybody in line, just biding their time, waiting for the moment to attack. Right on board the back wing of Carlos Fernandez in the 614. He's doing pretty good. He's hanging out in top 10. Slowly but surely closing that gap on the leader. If you look at the leaderboard there, it does go up and down as, you know, some are on the straightaway, some are in the corners. But you do see it kind of getting smaller on the straights right now. It seems like his struggle point is the corners. See there on the straightaway, he's able to kind of close in a little bit. Kind of staying even as far as that goes. Somebody's diving off the pit road back there. Looks like they want to get some fresh tires. It's Garen Batten. He was unfortunately involved in an incident leaving pit road. He's 2 laps down, so I'm sure he's just trying to maybe short pit, try to do the best that he can. 63 to go. 3 over your strategy recommendation there, so I'm sure he's trying to maximize as much as he can on pit road to ensure that he's able to make some of those laps back. Eftink still holding on strong, got a second lead off of Northway. O'Neill 2.2 back off of Eftink. So I'm sure this is what they want to see if you're on the 511 team. Northway, strong car, fast car. Maybe Northway's biding time, trying to save some tires. Maybe just kind of putting trust in his strategy. Well, I'm interested to see how this works out because the 46 machine has been strong all day. As we take a look and focus for a quick moment on Garen Batten, number 61. He's exiting pit road, trying to build up that speed and momentum, try to start working his way back up, cycling through after that pit stop. That's going to keep Garen Batten, I believe, 2 laps down, so he didn't lose too much there. Oh, got some moves being made back behind him there. Sorry about that. Our cameraman had a couple energy drinks and turned a little too much. As we take a look at Sebastian Jackson in the number 87. He's making moves out there, trying to do the best he can. He's sitting 22nd, 2 laps down, trying to make moves, get as far up as he can. That way he can be in position for if a caution comes out or these guys make mistakes on pit road and kind of lose a little bit of that track position. Gary Thomas there in the 19. He's 19th position, 1 lap down. So I'm sure he's just kind of chugging along, trying to just keep the ground that he can. Currently 19, started 17, so he hasn't moved since the last time we took a look at him. Pit window is now open according to Horizon Series 6. He's thinking people are going to start coming down any moment now. So I'm going to kind of keep an eye out for that for you. See what the latest is. Right now, not much movement through the field. Everybody's kind of just hanging out. Most exciting thing was Garen Batten leaving the pit road that we saw earlier. So everybody just kind of biding their time. 59 laps to go here at Speedway 500 at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. A lot of single file action. Cars close to each other, but not really wanting to make any brave moves. Him, though, on the other hand, says, you know what? I want to move a little bit. Let's see what I can do. Can't quite make it happen. There off of turn 3. Onto the mini straightaway, entering 4, exiting 4. Can't quite get the grip that they need to rotate through the corner. They're able to use that draft to kind of tuck up on the car ahead as we now see the 101 go to the inside. Nice and easy. Or is that the other way around? That's the other way around. I apologize. The 101 just got passed by Garen Batten. Not for position, just trying to make some physical track position up. So Garen on the run, trying to maybe make his way through the field to get down to 1 lap down. Yeah, he's 2, so he wants to try to get back down 1 lap. As we ride on board the 606 of Pim Van Gastel. They're currently 17th position, trying to chase down the 101 machine, try to gain that position back for 16th. Someone, chatter in the chat says, if I was O'Neal, I'd pit here. Well, if you're listening, O'Neal, someone in the chat's trying to give you insider tips. Artzon Juan says, I love racing too. Fantastic. Glad that you are here and able to enjoy yourself watching this fantastic race. 56 laps to go. Eve Tank still our leader. Northway in second. O'Neal in third. Let's see. We're coming around to turn 4 now. Let's see if Austin O'Neal comes in. He does not. Continues going as we get a nice little view here of the start-finish line. Home goes Austin. So still no one entering pit lane just yet. Everybody kind of pushing a little bit more. Looks like Rob Love's still down there getting his car fixed from that incident earlier on today. Roden, he's got a 2-second lead off of Eve Team's got a 2-second lead off of Northway right now, a 5-second lead off of Austin. If I was out on the track and I was Austin, I might actually take that up. I would actually maybe pit here. 5 seconds and losing. You kind of want to be the as close as you can to the leaders. So I'm sure a consideration is there for Austin. Is we got somebody coming off of pit road. That's David H. Baker in the 33. He's a lap down. So really nobody on the lead laps pitting. Ray Partridge was down there. Gary Thomas is now in pit road. So a lot of the lap down cars are just going ahead and saying, you know what? Let's get the 4 freshers. Let's get some fresh tires off the leaders. See if maybe that'll help us out. It is a relatively big track at 2.5 miles. So it gives your crew some time to get done. As Pim Van Gastel's now trying to make a move for 15th off of Hakan Schott in the 101 machine. Not quite able to get it done. Unfortunately for Pim, Hakan is able to hold on, but Pim now coming down. I believe that's going to be one of the first lead lap cars to stop. Yeah, Pim's in pit road. Nobody else though. Everybody else just kind of hanging out, trying to bide their time. 53 to go here. Pit window is open. Keeping our eyes open for anyone who might come down pit road as the leader's coming out of 4 now. Horizon shouting pit. I don't know. This is interesting to see what these guys' strategies are, because everyone's got a different. Everyone's got a plan until you get punched in the mouth. That's one of my favorite quotes. So with the ups and downs, I'm not quite sure. And cautions statistically happen more late race, so maybe some of these guys are hoping that maybe someone will make a mistake like what had happened earlier, where a car hit the wall, came down, and someone had nowhere to go. Garen had nowhere to go and just made contact. So maybe these guys are hoping, you know what? It seems to be around pit window, things happen. So we're taking a look at the number 81 of Michael. He's in 5th position, still hanging on strong. Sheridan Wade says, I'll be in later race also. Awesome. Well, appreciate you guys signing up and having some fun. I'm sure you guys will have a blast as we take a look at Ray Partridge in 22nd position rather. He's looking to make some moves out there on the track. Unfortunately, can't quite make it done as Robert Northway jumps down onto pit road. He wants to get some fresh tires. Seems like nobody else decided to follow that strategy. You know, oh no! Oh, that's bad news. No, he didn't. What? He did? He backed up? Okay. I was looking over at the leaderboard and I heard he missed his pits. That's not what you want. That's going to hurt him a little bit, but well, yeah, because I don't know, because there was like a 3-second gap between Austin and him, so maybe that's not going to hurt Robert too bad. I don't know. We'll find out as Robert comes out in 15th position right now. We ride on board with Roden Eftink in the 511. He's currently our race leader. Pit window is open, so we'll find out. Is he going to come in a lap after, since Robert's been kind of the fast guy, or are you going to kind of stick to your own strategy here? That's going to be kind of the question of the moment now, is do you come down? Yes, he does. Bring her down, bring her down, bring her down. Nice and easy to her. There we go. Good pit effort by Roden so far. No entry black flag from what I can tell. Michael Hogg, he's going to also be in the pit lane here. He's going to try to get forward fresh. Austin O'Neill does not pit. So far the only person in the top 5 other than Northway is going to be Roden Eftink in the 511. So that's going to be an interesting strategy here. Yep, Roden's led 27 laps so far today. Solid effort for sure by that 511 team. So he's coming around on the apron trying to get up to race speed as quick as he can. Northway is currently 14th. Roden comes out in 13th, so not too bad. All the cars ahead of them have to pit, as not any other lead lap car really stopped. Taking a look at the... I'm lost. Here it is. Okay, sorry about that. Robert pitted 150, 152. No one else ahead of them have pitted, so those fresh tires are definitely going to be to their advantage. They're going to want to try to maximize as much as they can while also saving. We have 47 to go. So Austin still pushing it to the limit out there. He wants to lead more laps today. He's currently sitting in first with Oscar Rodriguez in second, Michael Hofredawson in third, James Walker in fourth, and Daniel Thomas in fifth. Once again, the pit stop strategy box is up on the bottom right. You guys more than welcome to take a look, take a gander, learn as much as you can understand. All right, so for those who don't, what in the world just happened there? There it is, number 19 of Gary Thomas with right front damage. He's trying to make his way around to pit road. So far, no caution. We stay green as he's able to keep it under control. Just typical what we've seen all day. Too tight on exit, rides up to the wall, makes contact. Everybody did a good job of not making contact to the number 19 of Gary Thomas, so he's just making a slow, frustrated drive to pit road. I'm sure this will delay the strategy. I'm sure this will delay the strategy of Austin O'Neill and Oscar Rodriguez in the sorts, because the question is he going to be able to make it all the way to the pit road as he's coming around off of 4? Looks like he's going to be able to do it. So now is the moment. Do you stop? Do you stay out? We got quite a few chatters in the chat there. So as racers yourselves, what do you think? After having to drive by a car with right front damage, do you push it, hope another person makes a mistake, or do you come in as Michael in the 81 dives into pit road? He's like, you know what? I want tires. I want tires. I want to be ready. If a caution comes out, I want to have the fresh set and be out front, because these guys are going to pit. And I did have some sweet nothings whispered into my ear about how to understand that pit box or pit strategy box. So next time it pops up, I'll give you guys a brief 101. That way you also can understand what it is. As we take a look at Austin O'Neill, still our race leader. Oscar Rodriguez, he pops into pit road. He takes the opportunity to get some tires. He was second place. That's going to forfeit it to James Walker. As of right now, looks like our top 10 are all on old tires. Roden, Eftink, and Robert Northway in 11th and 12th. They're going to be our first cars with fresh tires. Yep, here comes Austin O'Neill. He's coming in, going to get fours and fuel. James Walker's going to follow in. Daniel Thomas, though, in the number 60, he's going to push it for another lap or 2 or 3. He's going to take over the race lead. Jeff Schmier in the 30, he's going to stay out as he gets passed by Wayne Hutchison, who's not for position. He's trying to get his laps back, I believe. Yeah, he's on fresh tires, Wayne Hutchison is. So he's trying to maximize those, try to get as far forward as he can to get his lap back. Austin O'Neill now coming out of pit road, currently sitting in 10th position behind Roden Eftink and Robert Northway. They're going to be the highest scored drivers with fresher tires. Older tires than Austin O'Neill, though, so he's going to be able to go a little bit longer as far as tire wear. Fuel about a couple laps extra as well. Horizon Series is saying if anyone can make it to 34 to go, they have a shot to win. Well, let's see what can be done as Jeff Schmier. He's our race leader. He wants to try to make that happen. Don't know if he can. He pitted last, 127, just like everybody else who's already jumped into pit road. Daniel Thomas in the 60 machine. He's in pit road. He's getting 4. Tom Drilling in the 82. Hakan Schott in the 101. He's in pits. Jeff coming down. Carlos Fernandez coming down. Adam Prosser. That puts Davis Braun in the 25-hour race leader. However, the problem for Davis, 6 seconds back is Roden Eftink on fresher tires. So Davis is going to be trying to hold on, maybe bring it down this time by. Trip Van Winkle says, Northway needs to get it together. He is costing me money. Literally torching my cash right now. All I can hear is Mr. Krabs, me money! So hopefully Robert Northway, money! So hopefully Robert Northway can come in clutch for you there, Drip. But so far he's sitting third. Second once the pit cycle is fully, or pit window is fully closed. Currently the only person out there on older tires on the lead lap is going to be Davis Braun in that 25 ride that we're looking at right now. He's running a 41.788 versus Eftink's 40.711. Northway 41.090, so significant lap time differences for Davis. But with having just under a 5-second lead, as Davis brings it down to pit road now, he's going to get those 4 tires and fuel. He's going to try to see if he can use this to his advantage, come down with just under 5 seconds of space between them. That means he's going to kind of minimize the positions that he's going to lose. That's going to rotate Roden Eftink in the 511 up to our race lead. He's very comfortable up there. He's been leading double-digit laps today, so he knows how to get it done. Now, see, the biggest question is can he finish it? As Robert Northway, he's been doing a really good job today. He's been one of our predominant leaders. The problem is as one of the viewers pointed out, he's not too great with dirty air in front of him. If he's out front, he's got that clean air, he just goes. He leaves them by, 5 seconds, just like how Roden is. So Roden's got a really good clean air car, but the problem for Northway, is that Roden has a good dirty and clean air car. As we're looking at Jeff Schmier in the 9th position in that 30 ride, he's looking to make things happen here. He was their temporary leader while the pits window kind of floated through. He's got Pim Van Gestel in the back there behind him for in 10th position. So he's looking to leave Pim in the mirror. And he's trying to chase down Daniel J. Thomas in the 60. Which, looking at lap times here, Daniel J. Thomas in the 60s running 41.375 versus Jeff's 41.019. So he's doing a good job there, hunting these guys down, as Daniel's looking at David H. Baker in the 33 machine. He's wanting to try to get around him, which is going to be relatively easy if these lap times hold up. That time around, lap times weren't exactly what Daniel wanted, but he is in the draft, as you see him lose a little bit of space there as he almost gets into the wall. O'Neal 15 seconds back off of Eftink. You know, if you're Eftink, you don't want to see a caution. If you're Northway, you could probably give or take it. O'Neal, Rodriguez, Afrodassin, Walker, Baker, Thomas, Schmier, Van Gestel, and the rest, I'm sure they're kind of secretly, maybe not so secret, hoping that we get a caution flag. That way they can kind of bunch that field up with 34 to go. Because, you know, you got fast cars, but you can't make miracles all the time. You have to work for it. And if your car is just not exactly where you want it to be, you're just not going to be able to close that gap. As we're looking, 5.3 seconds back off of Eftink is Northway, with Austin O'Neal 14.4 back. Lap times looking not too shabby for everybody. As we take a look at Eftink, Northway only lap 164 was he in the green off of Eftink. Eftink just consistently running better lap times, and that's not what you want if you're Northway. Not sure if maybe Northway made some adjustments that's not working for him, or if it's just not in his favor with lap traffic, which I don't think they've hit. So yeah, maybe some adjustments have been made and the car just isn't rotating or gripping the way that he'd like. We're going to find out. 32 laps to go here at Speedway 500. Welcome back, everybody, to the Speedway 500 here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Roden Eeftink's current race leader here on lap 174 out of 200, meaning 27 laps to go. We've had 5 cautions for 14 laps and 17 overall lead changes. So it's been a fun event as we take a look at the number 25, Davis Braun, making a move on the inside there. He's trying to make as many passes as he can as we're reaching our closing laps. Just taking a quick look here to see. Whoa, Carlos Fernandez with a scare there. That was something. Gets up into the wall hard, almost into pit road at high speed and almost into the pit wall. He's gonna, we're more than likely gonna be seeing him as, yeah, if you take a quick look at it, just, close call at over, you know, and I want to be precise on this, over 180 miles an hour. Right when his nose was pointed at the wall, he was 183. That's a scary moment for sure. And that's not, sorry about that. And that's not what you want to see either here as we come to the closing laps. He's currently 13th position. He stays out though. So he feels good about what he's got. He thinks, you know what, I hit it evenly, kinda. So I guess I'm just gonna kinda have to ride this out. As we take a look off the back left of Brandon in the 510, he's currently 10th, started 13th. As Davis Braun goes to make a move on the inside, that's going to be for 10th position. Davis not quite ready to just sit down and take his position. He wants to move up the best that he can. He's currently running some solid lap times. Let's see here. Yeah, he's improving his lap times each time. 41.484 for Davis, so he's taking off. It's Robert Northway coming down. He's going to be pitting, and actually, it looks like we missed a little bit of information. Where did Eeftink go? There he is. Yeah, Eeftink pitted on lap 175. I apologize, guys. We were so excited about the on-screen action. Yeah, Eeftink pitted at lap 175. He's already out. Robert Northway here on lap 177 on to 178. He's stopped for 4 tires and fuel. Brandon in the number 510, he's going to be in pit road as well. These guys making a final stop, trying to make sure that they're ready to go using that strategy. Ray Partridge also, Hayden also. Oh, you know what? It took me 178 laps to see this, but I'm pretty sure there's brothers here. Brandon Cuxhausen and Hayden Cuxhausen. I'm probably butchering that. These guys are out here. Hayden's a couple laps down. Let's see here. Hayden is 6 laps down. Brandon is on the lead lap. He's currently sitting 15th. Austin O'Neill, Jeff Schmier, they're on pit road. Oscar Rodriguez, currently our race leader while everybody cycles into the pits. Oscar still needs to pit. Looking here, Roden just, Roden's laying down some fire lap times. He just ran a 40.23. That's going to be the best lap so far out of today. James Walker bringing her down into pit road. Oscar's still hanging out there strong. He's coming out of turn 2 now, so he's got some time to think about it. James Walker's, yep, he's in the pits. Roden is flying down there. He wants to try to make up as much ground as he can. As Robert Northway came out, he's currently 7th position. He's on fresher tires than Roden by 1 lap. So he's going to have just a little bit of an advantage, not too much, as we ride on board with Roden. With Northway as he goes to kind of make some moves. The car he just moved by was Guerin, not for position. However, that car ahead of him is for position. That's going to be for 6th. Northway using that air to his advantage, that momentum. Going to try to make that pass before the corner. There you go. Air and tires coming into helping him out. Oscar's still hanging out there on the track as the race leader. Michael Hoffman-Dawson in the 81. He's in second. He's currently also on older tires, so the freshest tires in the top 5 is going to be Roden Eftink in the 511. He's going to be on just about 5-lap tires. Robert Northway just outside of that in 6th position. He's going to be on 4-lap tires. So we have Michael now in this 81 coming down to get some fresh tires and some fuel. He wants to get ready to make this final 20-lap run here. Oscar's still holding on strong. Daniel Thomas in 2nd position. He's holding on right now. He's currently coming into turn 3. Sorry, I was trying to figure out exactly where he was on the track there. He's coming around turn 3. So here he goes out of turn 4, actually. He's down into pit road. Daniel Thomas is. He's going to get those fresh tires. And taking a look here, Roden Eftink, he's 12 seconds back off the race leader of Oscar Rodriguez in the 506. So that's kind of what you want to see. The problem is, though, Roden is slowly eating away that lap time, especially in corners. So if you're Oscar, do you want to come down while it's still over 10-second lead? And the answer is yes. Oscar Rodriguez coming into pit road. He's going to forfeit the race lead. That's going to cycle everybody back around to Roden will be our race leader here in just a split moment as he passes Oscar, who's on pit road right about now. So Roden's back to our race lead. Robert Northway in 2nd. Davis Braun's going to be in 3rd. Tom Drayling in 4th. And Carlos Fernandez is going to round out our top 5. As we take a look at Roden, here our race leader, he's got lap traffic ahead of him, so that's going to kind of slow him down just a little bit. So if you're Robert Northway, that's exactly what you want to see, considering Robert Northway is only just under 3 seconds back behind him. Lap times, very comparable. Robert Northway with that little clean air between them as you see Roden go around the lap car of Wayne Hutchinson. He's going to make a quick, easy pass there. Again, not for position, just to get him out of the way. Robert Northway, though, he's going to have to deal with that. He's going to try to make a move real quick as soon as he can. As Davis Braun and Tom Drayling, they come into pit road, top off, get the last bit of fuel and tires for the day. 17 laps to go here at the Speedway 500. .20 was Roden's last lap. He's coming around the start-finish line, so he's going to update. 40.89 for Roden, 40.68 for Robert Northway. So that's going to help. Them out. But looking back here at Daniel Thomas in the 60 ride, he's running some good laps. He's got a 40.170. That's going to be our fastest lap so far. He's ready to make some moves. He's putting down some absolute heat. He's ready to rock and roll. And as said in the chat, if you guys want to take a look at any of your favorite drivers or maybe your competition, you tell us now and we'll take a look at them as we have 15 to go here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Once again, big thanks to Whiplash SimCams for giving us some of the best views that we can get. Without them, we'd be looking at the crowd trying to figure out how to turn our cameras. So we ride on board with Roden here, our current race leader. You can see some lap traffic ahead of him. That's not going to be what you want to see this close to the checkered flag. So he's going to be thinking, how can I maximize? How can I get past these? I got to really make some moves, because if he gets held up, Robert Northway is only 2 seconds behind him. And as far as lap times are running, Northway is running faster lap times than Roden. So Eftink's really got to think about, what can I do to get these cars in between Northway and I, and how can I do it quickly? As we take a look we compare Eftink versus Northway, right now you can see each lap is green, green, green. The problem is, though, with 14 laps to go, while this is a 2.5-mile track, does he have enough time? You know, is that difference that he's running enough to make it happen? I think it is. As we're taking a look at the gap here, holds on the straightaway. But when you get into that corner, look at that gain. Northway able to kind of eat away at that gap through the corner. So that's not what you want if you're Eftink. You know, if you're looking there and you see him getting bigger in your mirror and you're seeing that relative gap get smaller, you know you're running out of time. The harder you push, the more you burn your tires. So what do? Do you save it? Is Eftink just saving tires right now? That way, if he does get up to him, he's able to take off and just kind of, you know, regain. As Roden now coming up to lap traffic slowly but surely. The good news for Roden is naturally the car ahead of him, the 510 of Brendan Cuxhausen, he is running faster lap times. So that's not really going to be a huge red flag for Roden as he's staying consistently in front of him. You know, so that's a good sign for Roden. Robert running significantly faster lap times, though. Looking at the times, Robert Northways, we take a look at him. He's running 40.896, where Roden is running 41.328. So we take a look on board Robert's wonderful little left shoulder rest here. You see smooth inputs there on the wheel. He's able to kind of keep that momentum built, use those fresher tires to his advantage. Yeah, he's on one lap fresher tires, Northway is, so that's going to help him out. Some of the chat saying it's all Eftink if no caution. I don't know. I'm looking here. There's a gap of less than 1 second now. So there's a half a second gap between Eftink and Northway. So I'm not quite sure. We still have 10 to go. I think it's gonna be anyone's choice right now, or anyone's gamble, really. Because while this is a good sign for Northway, you do have to think about it. Northway is kind of burning up his tires just a little bit, trying to run it hard to get up there. So we'll see. We'll have to see how it plays out. Is the chatter right? Is Horizon Series correct? Is it Eftink if no caution? I don't know. I just took a look at Roden's corner right there. He got a little bit loose. He got down onto the curbing there and kind of gave a little bit of a wiggle. That's going to lose a little bit of momentum as now the gap is 0.36, so still less than half a second. And closing each time by. Lap times comparable. Eftink with the 41.47, Northway with the 41.4, so Northway still in the green in comparison. Austin O'Neill, though, in the number 5, he's in 3rd position. He's 13 seconds back, so I don't think he's got anything for the top 2. But he is running faster lap times than Eftink, but not faster than Northway. So he's going to be holding on to that 3rd position pretty comfortably, as Carlos Fernandez is about 7 seconds behind Austin O'Neill. So really nothing behind Eftink or Northway to make them worry too much. The gap now half a second between Northway and Eftink, so maybe just maybe Horizon nailed it. Carlos Fernandez just jumped into the pit road there, so a little bit of a strategy effect going on there. We're nearing down 7 laps to go, coming up to 5. I'm going to take a quick moment. I'm going to breathe, let my voice rest just in case we get some excitement. And that way I don't lose my voice and not give you guys the finish you deserve. So give me just maybe a lap and I'll be right on back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Speedway 500 here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. 4 laps remain here. Thanks to Whiplash Simcams, we're going to see some beautiful race finish here. Eve Tink in the 511, he's current race leader. Northway in the number 46, he's second. O'Neill in third in the 5 machine. Walker in fourth in the 509. Hofra Dawson in the 81, rounding out our top 5. Only real close battles here for the lead is going to be 2 cars, Eve Tink and Northway. As we were on commercial, you saw a car make quick contact to the wall. Doesn't look like it's going to affect them too terribly. A little bit, just under half a second between Northway and Eve Tink. Eve Tink may have this in the bag. Right now, the biggest thing is don't push too hard, stay consistent, run faster than the guy ahead of you or the guy behind you, depending on who you are. These guys racing at over 220 miles an hour, 230 on the straights, 210, 290 in the corners. These guys are absolutely flying. Roden Eftink in the 511, he's running 41.35s. Robert Northway in the 46 running 41.31s. So Northway still able to kind of close in a little bit, but not able to quite get close enough to make it happen as we ride on board the 46. Here, that car in front of him is Eftink. He's close enough to smell the fumes, but not close enough to give him a wave, if you know what I mean. So we're going to see it. 2 to go here at the Speedway 500. What a wonderful race this has been. We had a little bit of a rough start with the cautions, but everything, as you can tell by the bar above, everything is kind of evened out. Coming around onto the mini straightaway into turn number 4, Northway, less than 0.2 behind Eftink. He's giving it all he got. Oh, into the wall for Northway. That's not a good sign. There's no metal there to protect you, buddy. You got to keep it off. 1 to go. White flags in the air. Eftink's looking to finish this out strong here. He's been a top contender just as Northway. You see Northway pushing hard into the wall once again. He's giving it all that he can and more. Walls don't move, as I learned during the 24-hour of Nürburgring. They don't move and they hurt quite a lot. So let's see what can happen here as we go into turn number 3. Northway looking to make things happen. Unfortunately, doesn't seem like he's going to be able to do it. Eftink leading him off into turn number 3. Coming out of turn number 4. Checkered flag is in the air. Eftink looking to get it done. There it is. Checkered flag in the air. Eftink coming out on top after 200 laps here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the Speedway 500. What a race. What an event. Good job to everybody out there. Eftink, our race winner today. Northway in the number 46. He's going to come out in second. O'Neill in third. That's going to be our podium finishers. They did fantastic today. Great strategy, great car control. Unfortunately for Northway, he just couldn't quite get it done. Solid win indeed, Horizon Series. Solid win indeed.
Well done, everybody. Thank you as always, and well done to our winner, Roden.
See here, Austin O'Neill rounding out our podium finishers. He's led 17 laps today. All strong efforts from drivers from first to last. They did everything they could to make it through today's race. Wonderful event. As you see, Eftink earning that big old burnout. Blow up that expensive motor, buddy. Blow them tires. You earned it. You held on strong. Because Northway at the start of the race, he was really dominating. Once he
I'm
got that
sorry,
clean air, he
what's
was
the
able to
donut?
just to take off and get things done. Unfortunately, though, just couldn't quite get that dirty air to work for him. Roden, he's celebrating. He's having a good time. He's the Speedway 500 winner today. As my ears get blown off from my camera changing on my end, car blew right on by. John Beer says, shout out to the Cuxhausen brothers putting in some work today. That's a affirmative on that one. They did a solid effort. Good job on everybody. And as we get our podium finishers ready for interview, we're going to let them kind of take a moment, take a breath. We want to thank you guys for being part of this wonderful event. You guys make this happen every time it goes on. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for rooting on your people. And if you want to hear the podium finishers speak about their race day today, stick around. Whew, what a walk down here to pit lane here. I'm here with Austin O'Neill finishing third. What a race today. That was quite an up and down for a lot of drivers. How did you feel today?
I mean, it wasn't a horrible day. I wish it would have been 2 spots better. But overall, it was a decent day. We had a balanced car that it was good enough to keep me in third, and I wasn't fast enough to stay with the top two, but I was fast enough just to keep away from the main pack behind and have a good points day. That was pretty much my main goal going into this. Just put myself in a decent position, but. It was a shame early on. Garrett and I had a really good pitch strategy going on, and it was unfortunate he got caught up in somebody else's mess, and we kind of lost our teamwork. So I would have liked to see how that would have worked out for us at the end of the race if Garrett and I could have continued to work on with our cars being very evenly matched, and maybe he was that bridge to get me back to the top two. But overall it was a good day, and nothing to hang our head on.
Yeah, it definitely looked like a good team effort until that happened. You guys were out there just absolutely flying. You started second. How did you feel getting onto that grid there, starting out second place? Did you feel like you had the shot from the go, or did you have to kind of feel it out during the race?
I mean, I knew that Roberts had plenty of speed these past 2 weeks of qualifying, and I hadn't watched him at Run International last night, and he was just wicked fast. So I knew if he got out to clean air, it'd be tough to get to him, and it would be tough to keep him behind. So I was just, trying to hope for some luck. And early on, he got kind of trapped in traffic, and I thought that was going to be my break, but his car was still good enough to come through the field. But Indy's eluded me for 2 years in a row now, and um, this is my third attempt at it, and this first second time I finished. And last year I was on the pole and had internet go out, so I didn't get to run. So this makes up for last year's woes. And um, yeah, I was just glad that I was able to lead laps at Indy. It's a place that means quite a bit to me, and regardless if it's real life or sim, it's pretty special. So yeah, like I said, nothing to hang our head on, and see what we can do tonight in Americas.
Absolutely. Strong finishing here at the Speedway 500, finishing out third. Before we do let you go, kind of celebrate the podium finish and maybe go console your teammates. Anyone you want to give a shout out to, a thank you to, or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean it's been a huge team effort with everybody back at Fusion these past 2 weeks with trying to get a car prepared. It's been a big up and down and a pretty big learning curve with this new hybrid system and some of the aero that got reworked on the car from last year. So, everybody's hard work back at Fusion. Garen, PJ, Derek, and everybody else that pitched in with some testing. If it wasn't for them, none of this would be possible. And like I said, I'm really excited to see what we can do tonight.
Very cool, Austin O'Neill. I appreciate you sharing some time with us. You go celebrate your podium finish, and I'm gonna go see if I could find the second place finisher, Robert Northway.
Thank you.
All right, I was able to find Robert Northway, the driver number 46 here. He finished second after starting on the pole. Northway, how did you feel out there getting the pole and getting ready for the green flag? How did it feel out there, just kind of pacing around, and were you excited? Were you nervous? How did it feel that today was going to go?
To be fair, it was more deja vu because I started on pole about 12 hours earlier for the international. But no, it felt good. I was excited. Liking I was a bit cooler than the international, so that got me a little bit more excited. It wasn't going to be as much of a struggle. But yeah, no, I was pretty excited for the start.
Yeah, you definitely started out strong on the pole. You went out there, you led quite a few laps. You created quite a big gap between you and the car behind you when you were leading, but it looked like your car kind of struggled when you got into that dirty air. Is that what it was? Did you feel that air with the car ahead of you, or did you just make some adjustments and kind of just made it a little bit kind of less balanced or less rotatey?
It was just purely the dirty air, and probably, especially in the middle of the race, I was just being cautious, so I didn't see the need to be overly aggressive in traffic. So if I couldn't get by someone, just hold tight, save fuel instead.
No, that's fair enough. If you want to kind of bring us back to the final laps here, you were really closing in on Roden Eftink, and you were making some really good headway. But when it came down to the last two laps, it looks like you were kind of pushing a little too hard, made contact with the wall. What was going through your head there? Was it kind of give it all and see what happened, or did you just get tight?
I knew the dirty year was going to be a problem, so I figured, but I'm here to. It's win it or bin it for the races outside the international region. If I'm racing in them, is going for the win. So I just loosened the car up as much as I could, as much as I did, and tried to hang on. It didn't quite stick as well as I'd hoped, but if I could have just settled for second, or if I tightened up and been safe, I wouldn't have had half a chance, and I've almost got there.
Yeah, it looked like every time you made contact with that wall on exit, it was kind of a nice flush. So that kind of worked out in your benefit for sure. Is there anyone you want to give a thank you or a shout out to before we let you go celebrate your second position?
Yeah, obviously the KSR boys, great bunch of boys to race with and talk setups and talk shit with. Um, the obviously our sponsors InspireNet, uh, Paul McKenzie Tiling and Speed Nation, and basically my family for dealing with me during these majors weeks. Tends to spend a bit too much time practicing and working on setups and not quite as much time as I should with the family. So yeah, big thanks to them.
Yeah, definitely a big shout out to the family, letting all of us have our fun here on iRacing. Well, go celebrate with your team on a strong finish there. Good job today. You were definitely one of the dominant cars.
Thank you.
All right, I made my way through the celebration circle here. I am with Roden Eftink, the driver of the number 511, our Speedway 500 winner today. How did you feel gritting 21st? Did you think this was going to be the end result, or were you just kind of along for the ride today?
Yeah, thanks, man. To be honest, I didn't know what I was getting into. Like, I just signed up a couple of days ago. Managed to get a queue run in just in time. And then starting 21st, I was kind of happy. It's not all the way at the back. At Indianapolis, anything can happen. So, it. I went in just completely thinking, we'll see what happens. If I win, I win, and if I don't, we'll come back stronger next season. So I guess that worked out really well today.
No, that's a very fair way to look at it too, and not the last car, but not the first car. You know what? We'll see what we can do. It was a long race, 200 laps here at Indianapolis Speedway, a 2.5 mile track. How were you feeling? Kind of midway through. Walk me through the start. I know it was a little hairy, a lot of cautions, but once the green flags ran, how did it feel as you kind of went through the race?
I mean, from lap 60 onwards, I was just counting down the laps because I'm absolutely broken right now. Like, I'm sweaty. I need to shower. I need to take a shower. I need to do some things. But Yeah, it's like I said, I was counting down the laps. It was a heavy race for me. It's quite warm here too, so yeah, I'm just happy overall. Like from like, I managed to work my way through the field. So I think it wasn't until like correct me if I'm wrong, but like lap 80 or something until I got to the front. Um, and from there on out, I just know I had a fast car. So it was definitely if when I was in clean air, was definitely easy for me to just yeah do some great laps and yeah that helped me out today.
Fair enough. Yeah. Just one more question before we get to your shout out. Robert Northway, he was a dominant car today. Every time he got out to lead, he was leaving just gaps and gaps on everybody. How did you feel on those final laps as he was getting closer and closer, getting bigger in your mirrors? I mean, were you a little intimidated? Were you just not worried? How did you feel in those moments as you were coming around for the checkered flag?
Oh man, I was so worried. Like uh seeing him coming up, I think he started with like 4 seconds behind, and then he started closing the gap, and I was just hoping for some back markers to get in between us. But he just cut past all of them so easily. So when he eventually just caught up to me, yeah, I was just hoping that his tires were as bad as mine. So I couldn't overtake the back markers anymore. So if his tires were as bad as mine, he couldn't overtake me too. And that's yeah, that happened. I mean that played out in the end. So he was fast today too. Like it could have been him either way. Like I just everything came together today, which is yeah an amazing feeling.
No, absolutely. He did have one lap fresher tires than you, so
Yeah.
you were at a slight disadvantage, but you held on strong. Is there anyone you want to thank, give a shout out to, anyone like that to allow you to be here today or just in iRacing in general?
Yeah, to be honest, today, uh, the win came definitely thanks to the ardent guys who also raced today. Some of them, they really helped me out. Someone who wasn't racing was my spotter, and I mean, without them, I couldn't have done it today because they helped me so much. They coached me through the whole race. So yeah, a big thank you to that team. Of course, my own team, Velocity Online Racing, owned by Julina Altena. Um, yeah, it's all of these guys just make it so much fun to do these races and do them every time. So yeah, just a big thank you to all of those guys.
Beautiful. Teamwork makes the dream work, that's for sure. Well, Eve, thank you for your time. Go celebrate with your team, and hopefully we'll see you in the podium next week or the next event.
Yeah, hope so too. See you around. Thank you.
Everybody, that was Roden Eftink, the driver number 511, today's Speedway 500 race winner. Appreciate everybody who tuned in today. If you guys are still ready for some race action, tomorrow, May 4th, is going to be the Americas region for the Speedway 500. So we're going to be seeing those guys cracking out at Indianapolis 500, or not 500, but Indianapolis Motor Speedway, trying to come out on top like Roden Eftink did today. And then the next up after that is going to be the Sud Speeds Indy GP 4-hour event. That's going to be May 9th at 2 p.m. Check your local time. You can go to the website. It should convert it for you, make it nice and easy for you. After that, May 31st is going to be 2 hours of the Glen. That's going to be a fun one. The Glen, one of the best tracks in my opinion, and that's coming from an oval guy. After that, we're going to have the Majors 24. That's June 6th. That's going to be a good one. I just did the Nürburgring 24. That's real hard efforts there. So we're going to see some good action coming up here on Majors. Appreciate everybody who has tuned in today. My name is David Forch. I've had a great guy here with me. I apologize. I'm going to butcher your name. My producer, Khalid Ramadan. He's been a top-notch guy to work with. He's whispered me some sweet nothing so I can learn on the fly. But yeah, that's going to be the end of our Speedway 500 here today. You guys have a beautiful rest of your weekend and tune in tomorrow for some more high